Hey, bienvenidos. Welcome to what is this? My third video. I mean, who's counting, right? I think I'm gonna stop counting because this is a journey. YouTube will tally it up for us. But welcome to the Dan Pele channel. And I told myself I was gonna do 2 videos a week, and I'm sticking to it. And I made it to before Sunday, or whatever you believe the beginning of the week is, Monday. Um, so this is my second video this week. So we doing it. We doing it. Um, I'm not gonna be too long for this video. And I'm not gonna share like I'm just gonna kind of wing it like I usually do. Like that's how I've been doing them. So I guess I'm gonna do this one like this as well. So first of all, happy new moon in Virgo. I hope everyone is throwing away old things, making room for new energy, and cleaning out your space. I'm still cleaning. I've downsized some more, and I'm gonna downsize some more. Before that moon reaches its zenith. So, um, I don't think this will be a video too long, but I did want to share this. So this week I had been doing a lot of thinking of, like um, myself, my relationships, my life, my perspective of my relationships. Um, I've put my shoes in the people on the receiving end of me, my actions, and I want to say this week I did a lot of wound work. I don't even know if that's a thing. I mean, like people say shadow work, um, but I feel like I've got to like very specific wounds that I had been kind of, I knew that they were there, but I wasn't like really working hard to identify specifically what it was. And so this week I was getting downloads. I've also changed my diet. So it really helps me on my spiritual path when I'm, being very more conscious about what goes in. And so I did a lot of writing this week, and I got down to specific wounds, and I owned that shit. I own that shit. um, and one thing in particular that I realized and I recognized about myself, because I started to kind of reflect on how I've been talking to myself about people in general, about my experiences. And I was like, you know, I am really just like a little bit over a quarter into my life journey, right? Well, who knows, right? Nobody knows when they die, but I'm like, I am, I'm still figuring it out, and I'm not 40 yet, so it's it's easy to get caught up in the trap of, and this is pushed a lot in social media too, like having it all figured out, or knowing what you are, or kind of boxing yourself, or and things like that. And I don't necessarily do that. What I realized was I am very hard on myself. I'm hard on myself, and I realize how hard I have been on other people, with good intention, but at the same time still like so. But I also saw in a lot of my relationships ways that I stifled myself, so that other people can be comfortable, or I could be more digestible. And I did a lot of writing about that as well. I think getting to this point, going back to like how I have been talking about people in general, how I have been talking about my perception of people and in the world. It was it was in a negative context within, like, for these last 3 days. I would just say shit, like just be tired and be like, people are so irresponsible, people so this, that, right? And it's really just off of what I've had experience, right? But I'm always saying, like, it's not good to generalize and put everybody in the same thing. And it's I feel like it's becoming easier to do that because of the way the world is working right now. But Spirit had to remind me to, like, you didn't come here for any type of pissing contest. You didn't come here for any type of, notoriety or anything like that. You came here to love. You came here to spread love. And yes, you have been bruised, battered, hurt badly on your journey. And we get that you are pissed off. We get that you are, like, we get it. But if you remember what started your journey, and you remember, you hold true to your values, your morals, what you think, it leads you back to your true identity, and it weeds out a lot of the egoic shit that you get dragged into and pulled into. And I had to really sit there and think, like, damn, wow, I've said some things that was, low-key shady and stuff, but it's like, looking at it from, like, the ego side, the human side, have every goddamn right to, in the position that I'm in, all this stuff, right? But moving through on the spirit side is like, yeah, you could chill on all that. And at the end of the day, people, who, I've always been the type, it's like, you want to be head honcho, you want to be the leader, you want to be big and bad, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I never ever had interest in that. I only had interest in being myself, spreading love, and I look at a lot of other content creators and things like that, and I understand that, like, we're all figuring it out. We're all figuring it out. And one of the biggest things that I had to accept as a wound was, like, okay, I am in a space, I have been in a space where I'm like, F everything. And it really helped my level of detachment, but it also took away, like, my care and compassion in certain areas that I should not have lost my care and compassion at. And so I had to really look at that and go, wow, okay, yeah, I need to get my care and compassion back for, this specific area. I think that was one of the biggest revelations for me, is like, through walking in survival mode, and through walking, through protective energy, it's easy to kind of be like, fuck that, and again, it's not all bad. It was somewhat helpful to, kind of be in that vibe, but it, reflecting on it and seeing, like, okay, there's compassion that should be here that's missing, because that's your assignment. That's what you're supposed to still, give an F about, and you're losing it because you're letting all these energetic attacks, and you're letting these things kind of, bombard you. So anyway, it was very revelational week for me. And the other wounds that I had to write down and process, definitely, personal. But I'm, like, really grateful today. Like, I feel really good. I feel like I have a better idea of, like, who I am, what I want, and how I'm going to proceed moving forward. And instead of writing something off completely, which is what I have been in the mindset of, I'm going to navigate it in a way that, gives me the voice that I need, and also gives the other person, the dignity and the preparation. So anyway, peace, love, and light. Please, please, please work on your shadow. Work on the things that you are wounded about. Because the first step to healing those things is identifying them. Peace, love, and light. Work on that shadow. See you next week.